This is Crenshaw, Briggs, and VT. We want the touchdown. We not trying to go for 3. And it's best if you get up out the street, cause them bulls out the pen and they about to stampede.
So Jalen Carter had some issues today with this pro day, right? Like he struggled to apparently finish. If you were a GM, knowing what you know right now with the case going on with the misdemeanors, the fact that he put on 9 pounds and struggled to finish those exercises, would you take him at 12 and put a risk on it, even though it looks like he hasn't been keeping in shape in the offseason? Apparently looks like this may have been the second time that he raced, and if you believe the other rumors, that he was also drinking while he was racing. Would you take someone of those questionable characters that high at 12, or would you pass on him?
It's a great question because his talent's way above 12, right? I mean, the what you saw on the field at Georgia, it's way above 12. That's why his process just got even more complicated. I was talking to somebody the other day. His visits are already going to be the most complicated visits of anybody this entire offseason in terms of the official visits in the draft. They got even worse because the questions that I've talked to teams now have after this pro day is, we already knew you're under the microscope for what's gone on off the field and as tragic as it's been, which is awful. And then it just looks like you're sitting on your ass. Like, if anything, with everything you're going through, it should have been the opposite at your pro day. You shouldn't have been 9 pounds overweight from what you weighed in at the combine. You shouldn't have came out there and performed the way you performed. Now, there's going to be, and we always say this, right? It takes one. It just takes one team to take the flyer. You know what I mean? Like, you've seen it with guys. I mean, shit, Larry Tunsil had a gas mask on the day before the day of the draft. And so, like, it only takes one team to pick you. But there were a lot of concerns. And I mean, when I say a lot, there was a lot. It's almost doubled now in terms of what teams want to figure out. But as I mentioned, it's 44 days to the draft.
Things can change.
There's a lot of time to try to figure some of those things out, but he's got to sell himself hard.
This is Crenshaw, Briggs, and VT. We want the touchdown. We not trying to go for 3. And it's best if you get up out the street, cause them bulls out the pen and they about to stampede.